Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video of our series. So in this video what we are going to do is we will fetch all the data from the Firestore database and display it in the React application. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in this video. So let us see how we will do that. See, now in order to fetch the data from the Firestore database we will use the documentation. Okay, so here is a button which says go to docs. Just simply click on this. Okay, and now what we need to do is click on simply this build, and now we need to access this cloud Firestore which is present on the right hand side. Okay, now simply click on this read data, get data. Okay, we will use this documentation in order to see how we can get the data. Okay, so get the data, let us see which thing we need to use it, or does it show us the new data, means new approach. Okay, so see, here is the perfect code which we are using. See, now in order to fetch the data from the Firestore database, now first of all what we are going to do is we will create query, okay, to access all the data from the Firestore database. So see, we can create query using this query function. Okay, and in this query function first of all we need to pass the collection, and again collection take the same thing, reference of our Firestore database and the collection name. Okay, and then with the help of this where you can add any condition. Okay, or there are some more methods which we can use. Okay, let me show you all those things. Okay, so let us head back to the website. Now what we will do is let us move to this notes container, because here only we are showing our entire notes card. So in this first of all I need to import two hooks. First is the use state and second is the use effect, because we will fetch all the data from database when my component is mounted. Okay, so that's why. Now let us create three states. So first will be a loading state, because if it takes time I need to show a progress bar or some kind of a thing. Okay, then after this let us create one more state variable which say notes, and the method name is set notes equal to use state, and in this use state we will simply pass an empty array. That's it. Now let us create one function, const fetch all nodes. It will be a asynchronous function. Okay, now let us add the try catch first of all. Console.log error and then toast.error. Okay, now in the try block first of all let us create the query qry equal to. Now from where this query will be coming? It will be coming from the Firestore. Okay, so let us import now some of the things from the Firestore. Import collection query to write the query, and then we have got one method which is on snapshot, and then one more function we have which is order by. Okay, because with the help of this order by I can simply order the data according to the date, like we have created the timestamp na. So using that thing. Now before making any query or fetching the database, fetching any data, let us add a set loading to true. Now let us use await query. Okay, now let us create the query. So in the query first of all we need to pass the collection. In collection the reference of database, let us import this db as well, and nodes. Okay, and after this let us pass the order by, because now I need to order all the data according in terms of date. So now this order by function take two things. One is the field according to which you need to order them. So the field is created at. And the second thing is whether you want them to be in the ascending order or in descending order. I will set descending order. So this is our query. Now the main function is this on snapshot function, because it will help us to get the data. How? See, right, await on snapshot. Now this on snapshot function take two things. One is the query and second is the callback function. Now this callback function takes one parameter which is query snapshot, okay, which contains the data. Now let us use this set notes function, and in this what we will do is I am going to run one thing. See, query snapshot dot docs dot map. Now this docs is a array, okay, which will give see, this query snapshot contain this docs. This docs is a property which contain all the documents. Now this map, now in this map again we will pass one callback function, and it gives me the our single document. Now instead of adding the curly braces, let us simply add the parenthesis, and in the parenthesis let us create this object which say id of doc.id, each document id, okay, and then let us pass the data as doc.data, and this data is a function. That's it. Now all the notes are stored in this notes variable, okay. Now you can simply pass this notes variable in the note card. Now let us call this function. First of all, when I am going to call this function, let us add the use effect hook. In this use effect hook, let us call this function fetch all nodes, and do not forget to pass this empty parenthesis. That's it. And now add console.log nodes. Now you can see that we are getting the array of 3 objects. Okay, it contains the id of each document and the data as well. Okay, now here data is a object, you can see. Okay, so now instead of using this, let us add some of the conditions, okay, in this, because we also need to show the loading. Let us check for the loading. Yeah, but before that we forgot to do one thing. We forgot to change the loading to false, otherwise our loading will be true. Yeah, so it is, if loading is true, then we need to show the box. Okay, and in this box we need to show the heading which say loading. Okay, and if it is not loading, then what we need to do is simply write this notes.map. Now add the simple map statement. It will take note. We need to add this note card. Add the key prop to this note.id and pass this note object. That's it. Okay, now you can see it only shows us 3 nodes. Let us go to the note card and modify these data as well. Note, okay, we forgot to accept it as prop. Note, so it will be note.data.title, because you have seen that in one object we are getting id and then data object, and it will give me note.data.description. That's it. See how smoothly and perfectly we are getting this. And when I refresh it, you can see that we are getting our entire data and it is working perfectly fine. Now let us try to add some new data. Test node 4, dummy node 4. Let us add. Now you can see here we are getting the data which we have created recently as well. Okay. So I hope you have understood that how we can fetch the data from the Firebase. Okay. So I hope you like this video and stay tuned with our series. Okay, because just two functionalities are left. First is the deletion functionality and second is the edit functionality. And we are going to finish both of these functionality in the next video. Okay, so stay tuned for that.